Yo, what's up guys, Goblin here, welcome to this new episode. In today's video, we're going to be playing with one of the oldest combinations in Clash Royale, which is still dominating the current meta. Talking about double prints. I remember when I started playing Clash Royale many years ago. Maybe some of you guys didn't even play back then, maybe you guys have no idea what I'm talking about. But back then, double prints used to already dominate the leaderboard. I remember there was like a really, strange, if you would see it right now, really bad P.E.K.K.A deck with double prints, with freeze, dominating the leaderboards. And nowadays I still see people run double prints being really high in the ranked system in the leaderboard with this Goblin Giant Evolution Zep Evolution deck. So I'm gonna try it out as well, and it's crazy to me to think that this combination has been working, has been dominating Clash Royale for such a long time already. As I mentioned before, at the beginning of the game it was very popular, doing really good, and then now it's still doing really good as well. So let's hop into game number one. I'm gonna start off by cycling Zep. We do have triple spell, by the way. I have Zep, I have Rage, and I have Arrow, so that's why we're running Cannoneer. I feel like Cannoneer is a really good tower troop when you have a deck which is good against spammy cards. In this case, we have a lot of spells. We have Dark Prince, we have Bomber. I feel like spammy cards in general is not really a problem for us. So I'm gonna go Rage Spell here. I do need to be careful because this Golem is gonna get a lot of damage probably. But we should be fine because we're also dealing a lot of damage on the right side. Okay, we're gonna be tower for tower, I think. I don't think we will be able to defend this. So it's most likely gonna be tower for tower here. But let's see how it works out for us. In the meantime, the Cannoneer is able to shoot the Night Witch. I'm gonna go arrows. We're definitely gonna lose the tower, but at least it's not like he's gonna have a huge push for the 3 crown. So I guess overall situation pretty good for us, because we definitely need to pressure in those situations. If we do not pressure, we're just gonna lose the tower for sure. We need to try and create some kind of pressure kind of attack, because if not, we will not be able to defend. Like if I'm just gonna focus on defense, I will not be able to defend anyways. So let's see, guys. He does go with another Golem. I feel like this guy is gonna be one of those Golem players which is just gonna go on attack always without really defending. So I feel like I definitely need to try and pressure here with the Goblin Giant. I'm also gonna rage it up to kill those bats as soon as possible. Hopefully get a lot of damage on the left side tower, and I also have the Evil Zep available. So I think I am gonna go with the Evil Zep. I just want to make sure that I end up taking the tower there, and then hopefully also get a little bit of pressure for the 3 crowns here. I'm gonna let the Mega Minion lock on, and then I'm gonna make sure that the Phoenix first takes care of the Mega Minion, and then afterwards gonna hit the Golem, and I'm gonna go with a Bomber here. Okay, so once again, tower trading. I'm not really sure who's gonna win this tower trade, who's gonna win this battle, but I think it's looking pretty good for us, especially considering the fact that we have a little bit quicker deck than him. We do not really need to build up our push with a Golem. We can just go Goblin Giant here to help kill the Baby Dragon, go with a Prince, and I think this push should already be very difficult for him to defend. I think he knows. I think he's just gonna go... Is he gonna go Golem? Okay, he's gonna go Golem here into... Okay, let's go Rage Spell here as well to take care of those skeletons, to take care of the bats. And I think we should be able to defend this. And then the Goblin Giant in the meantime is gonna get a lot of damage on the King Tower. Probably gonna take the tower easily by itself. We are gonna go with a Bomber just in case we need some extra help. But I think the Goblin Giant by itself plus the Goblin spawning is also gonna get a lot of damage already. We can go with another Goblin Giant here. I'm gonna go Rage to help kill those skeletons, but also raging up the Goblin Giant. And at this point I think it's pretty... No, I misclicked the arrows. I tried to drag the Dark Prince towards the King Tower. Those arrows were a misclick, but I think we should have the victory pretty much secured. We do need to watch out. He is probably gonna get a Golem down sometime soon, but we can just go Goblin Giant here at the bridge. Or not even at the bridge, just to the 3 crown here. Let's go with the Goblin Giant, let's go with the Rage Spell as soon as we can, and this is gonna be good game for sure. I don't think he will be able to defend this. He does have the Evil Bats. Let's go with the Zep just in case, but as you guys can see, not able to defend it. So kind of a strange matchup. It's like none of us can really defend, but we did end up winning the 3 crown race. Okay, let's go guys, hopping into game number 2. Very important note from game number 1. Recognizing when you can and when you can't defend someone's push. If you know that your deck is weak against, let's say, Golem, our deck, it's not necessarily weak against Golem, but we do not have a building, we do not have a big spell, so I think it's very important to pressure, making sure that he cannot really defend your troops, and then at the same time also trying to defend as cheap as possible. You are gonna most likely lose your towers like we did, but at the same time you're just gonna get so much damage, and we ended up 3 crowning him there. Okay, let's go with a Prince here. We are gonna be kind of aggressive, but I feel like with this Goblin Giant deck, most of the times, you can be quite aggressive, and we do end up facing a P.E.K.K.A play here. Okay, that was definitely not something I was expecting. P.E.K.K.A plus Little Prince here. Wait, what is he running? Mega Minion, Little Prince. Oh, looks like it's gonna be Ram Rider P.E.K.K.A. Okay, let's go with a Dark Prince here as well. We're definitely gonna have to be careful here because this matchup is gonna be a rough one. But so far, we do end up defending decently well. At least we're not gonna lose the tower, I think, unless he goes with his ability. But I think even if he went with ability there in that situation, we probably would have been able to... Okay, let's go with the Zep here, making sure that Dark Prince can get the charge top of the tower. And I would say that in general, P.E.K.K.A. is of course a really difficult matchup. But at the same time, we have many different ways to DPS down a P.E.K.K.A. And we also have many different ways to pressure, well, for example, his awkward is kind of cycle. Or when his cycle is kind of awkward. What did I say? When his awkward is kind of cycle. When his cycle is kind of awkward. Okay, let's go with a Prince towards the left side. I think it's gonna be very important to keep the pressure put in both lanes. Like, I don't think we should go with one big push in one lane. I think here in these type of matchups, when facing P.E.K.K.A., when facing, for example, high DPS units, it's always important to split up your pushes and try to get a lot of damage with them in both lanes. In this case, I'm gonna go Dark Prince here. We have a Phoenix on the left side, and I think I'm gonna go with Goblin Giant as soon as I can, but in the other lane. Why do I go in the other lane? Because he's not gonna have enough elixir to end go P.E.K.K.A. on top of the Goblin Giant, and also at the same time defend the Dark Prince plus the Phoenix on the left side. Okay, let's see what he's gonna drop. Looks like he does go with P.E.K.K.A. I'm gonna go Bomber here at the bridge to try and keep the pressure. In the meantime, the Goblin Giant is getting a lot of damage. The Bomber is also getting decent amount of damage on the left side, and then here I'm gonna try and DPS down the P.E.K.K.A. as soon as possible with this Phoenix. Okay, let's go with the Zep. Let's go with the Prince here as well. Cannoneer is helping out a lot for sure. I feel like Cannoneer just deals, a good amount of damage to the troops always. And then I'm gonna go Goblin Giant here again at the bridge. Why do I go Goblin Giant on the left side? Because we have the Prince on the right side. How is he gonna deal with the Goblin Giant, with the Prince on both lanes? It's just really hard for him to deal with it. In this case, he is able to defend it, but we're still doing a really good job at trying to create a lot of pressure, at trying to force out a lot of elixir always. Okay, let's go with a Bomber in the middle. Let's go with a Phoenix up high against this P.E.K.K.A. We do have to be careful because he is probably gonna get a Ram Rider push going sometime soon. There you go, there's the Ram Rider. I think I'm just gonna let the right side tower be and focus on the left side tower because that is where the Ram Rider is coming, and it's also where he dealt the most amount of damage. Okay, let's go with the Dark Prince here towards the left side. We definitely need to be careful, but we do have the Goblin Giant evolution available. I think I'm gonna go Phoenix, and once again I'm gonna do the same play as I did before. Once again, not going into the same lane, guys, making sure that we force out a lot of elixir in both lanes. And I'm gonna go with a Zep here on the right side, trying to retarget the P.E.K.K.A. on top of the Goblins, and hopefully kill the P.E.K.K.A. because of that, or at least damage it quite a bit. So far, really difficult matchup. He has P.E.K.K.A., he has Ram Rider. There's a lot of different ways to kill our Goblin Giant pushes, but I think we're also doing a really good job at defending against it. Okay, we do end up taking the damage here. Let's go with the Dark Prince on the right side. Prince is still alive though. Let's go with the Rage on top of the Prince with the Phoenix. Please tell me that the Prince connects. There you go. It does end up connecting, and because of that connection, we do end up beating this P.E.K.K.A. Ram Rider player. And I would say that P.E.K.K.A. is probably one of the best cards against Goblin Giant, but I think I did a pretty good job showing you guys how to play against this difficult matchup. Okay, let's go, guys. Hopping into game number 3. So one of the most important things to kind of think about, note from game number 2 there, is why did I not go into the same lane? Of course, I might be able to DPS down on P.E.K.K.A, get quite a lot of damage done on top of the P.E.K.K.A with, for example, looks like he goes Goblin Giant first play. I'm gonna copy his play. I'm gonna go into the same lane, but a little bit later than him. And then afterwards, I would love to go with normal Prince, but we don't have it in cycle, so I'm just gonna go Dark Prince here. Okay, he does have the normal Prince. That could actually be a different maker, but I think we should be fine. I'm gonna go Bomber here against his Bomber, and then hopefully our Dark Prince plus the Cannoneer will be able to get DPS down the Goblin Giant quite quickly. I'm gonna go Zep on defense just to make sure that the Prince is not able to kill our Dark Prince as quickly, but it's still, oh, that's so unfortunate. Our cycle here was really bad compared to his. Why? Because of course we didn't have the normal Prince to DPS down his Goblin Giant, but he did have the normal Prince to DPS the Goblin Giant. Okay, I think we actually might be forced here to take the damage of the Dark Prince. It is gonna get, I think, 1 shot, but I think we, or even 2 shots there, or 3. Oh my god, triple shot. Okay, 1 charge and 2 normal shots on the left side tower, but I think there it was just necessary, especially considering the fact that our cycle was so awkward. We just kind of have to fix the cycle, and then hopefully here we can take advantage of the Goblin Giant evolution. Okay, he does go with the Goblin Giant evolution, but same lane. I think I'm gonna go Dark Prince Phoenix and just try to DPS down his Goblin Giant as soon as possible while raging up everything here. Okay, so mirror match. I think it's one of the first times I'm playing the mirror match. I haven't really played the mirror match yet at all, so it's definitely gonna be interesting to see what is gonna be like really key. I think the most important thing in this matchup is keeping track of the Prince. Whenever the Prince is out of cycle, most of the times the Goblin Giant should be really annoying for him. And then besides that, also try to keep your Prince for the Goblin Giant pushes. But yeah, really unlucky there. In the beginning, you guys note how sometimes the cycle in Clash Royale can really mess up your the outcome of a match. Like for example here, I don't feel like we made a big mistake, but the fact that he had normal Prince in cycle and we did not just made such a huge difference in the beginning. We had to overspend against his Prince. I don't know, sometimes Clash Royale is crazy to me. Okay, let's go Phoenix here towards the left side. Let's also have a Dark Prince ready there. I think I'm gonna go normal Prince into the left side lane as well. And then if he cycles his normal Prince, we can go Goblin Giant. Let's see if he does. Okay, looks like he goes with his Goblin Giant. I'm gonna go Evil Zephyr on defense. I'm gonna go Goblin Giant now towards the right side, plus a Dark Prince as well. Okay, let's rage this up. Let's see what he's gonna drop to defend this. He does go with a Prince. He also goes with his Dark Prince, but the Goblin Giant is able to get a lot of damage. And look at the Prince in the meantime on the left side. Oh my god, I didn't even notice it until it already got so much damage there. He does end up saying oops. He just realized that he made a big mistake. And of course, that Goblin Giant on the right side didn't get much damage, but it did end up forcing out a lot of elixir. And then in the meantime, we got a ton of damage on his left side tower. Okay, let's go with the Phoenix, let's go with the Prince, let's go with a Rage Spell here as well. He does end up going with his Evil Zap. Let's have the arrows ready in case he goes with his Bomber, but looks like so far he's not going with it. Instead, he just goes with a Prince. He does go with double Prince here. We do need to be careful because it is, of course, a combination which can get a lot of damage, but we should be fine here. I think we can defend this without spending too much elixir. Okay, let's go with a Prince. Let's go with arrows here on defense as well. He is probably going to go with his Bomber, but I think we should be fine. We still have the Prince alive. We have the Cannoneer. We have Phoenix as well. And he's not too happy about this. Or I don't think that was BM, right? I think that was just like... yeah, I don't want to say crying, but you guys understand what I'm trying to say. Okay, let's go with a Bomber here. We do end up taking care of his Bomber. He might try to go arrows to make it... yeah, exactly. To make it go towards the tower. So we already knew that he was probably going to go with arrows. Let's go with a Dark Prince off to the side. Let's go with a Rage here. And I'm going to zap this Dark Prince, making sure that we reset the Dark Prince and keep it close to the tower, so then our Dark Prince can splash on the tower and his Dark Prince at the same time. And just like that, even though we had a really bad start there, we do end up making a comeback in this exact same mirror match, exact same 8 cards. So very, very nice win there and a really nice comeback. Okay, let's go guys. How we get to game number 4 so far. 100% win rate with this Goblin Giant double Prince deck. Super strong deck, and as I said before, one of the oldest combinations in Clash Royale, but it's still, yeah, super strong. In my opinion, Prince might be one of the most underrated cards. I feel like in some situations it just deals so much damage to a troop. It can deal so much damage to a tower. I feel like Prince definitely, yeah, one of those cards which is kind of underrated right now. Okay, let's go with a Phoenix here in the same lane as his Bomber. I guess we're gonna wait a little bit to see what he has. Looks like he does have an Inferno Tower. I think I'm gonna zap it just to try and get the Phoenix to deal a little bit of more damage to the Inferno Tower. And I'm gonna go Dark Prince here, plus a Prince to defend the bowler. What is this deck? Okay, he has Giant, Inferno Tower, Goblin Gang. What a crazy deck by him here. Okay, bowler is able to get a ton of damage on the left side tower. And what is that play? Did he just go... okay, he went bowler in the back, Inferno Tower at the bridge, Giant at the bridge, Goblin Gang at the bridge. Like, what is that play? And it still somehow worked, yeah, really, really well for him. Okay, I'm actually surprised right now. I'm not gonna lie, that was a crazy play and it still almost ended up taking our full tower. I'm gonna go Phoenix here towards the right side, and I think here it's time to maybe even try and force out the tower trade. I'm not sure if we will be able to because he does have the Inferno Tower. We're gonna try and go with a Goblin Giant here, and then hopefully we can get something going with this Goblin Giant plus Phoenix push. But yeah, he has an Inferno Tower. What is this deck, guys? Inferno Tower, Giant. Okay, this is a crazy deck for sure. This is gonna be difficult, but I think we should be fine. We definitely still have a chance here. Let's go with Prince here off to the side to distract the bowler. Afterwards, I would like to go with a Dark Prince here in front of the Prince, and hopefully we can get something going, maybe even with a Bomber predicting potential Goblin Gang. Let's see what he's gonna drop to defend this. Okay, looks like he does go with his Giant. Let's go with a Rage Spell to rage up the double Prince. In the meantime, the Bomber is still alive as well. And we also have the Zap if necessary, but I think we can just, yeah, we can just let it be. He even zapped on defense, which I think was not necessary. And then let's try and reset here. Okay, he does go with a Goblin Gang. Let's go with arrows here on defense. We do end up taking care of all of those. And then I think we need to start cycling towards the Evil Zap to be able to constantly reset the Inferno Tower whenever we try to break through to, yeah, the Inferno Tower. Okay, let's go with a Phoenix here. Let's see what he's gonna do next. He's probably gonna try and make his Giant push again. So let's go with Bomber. And I think it's gonna be very important to try and get something going here. Let's go with a Dark Prince as well. Then I'm gonna go with Evil Zap on defense, trying to reset constantly the Inferno Tower and also deal a little bit of damage to the bowler, plus also taking care of some bats. Okay, nice. Look at this situation though. Let's go with a Rage. Let's go with Evil Goblin Giant. We might be able to break through here. Nice. I had the arrows ready because I knew that he was going to go with Goblin Gang. And let's see if the Goblin Giant evolution is able to break through. Okay, he does go with Fireball. Those Spear Goblins are still alive. The egg is going to revive. We can go with Dark Prince. And look at the amount of pressure. Look at the amount of damage we're getting right now. Okay, nice. Looking really good. Dark Prince is going to connect to the tower. We could have set that one bet, but I guess it's fine. We can just cycle afterwards. Let's go with a Phoenix. And let's try to, I think, maybe even spell cycle him from this situation. How much damage do we need with spells? I think we could just focus on zapping the tower getting, yeah, exactly. We can sap the tower here. Let's sap the tower right now. Let's go with a rage spell here as well. Let's go with arrows as well. While forcing out elixir, we're also able to break through. I think with the Goblin Giant, let's see if the Goblin Giant gets one shot. No, it does not get a shot. But anyways, I think we're just one cycle away from cycling arrows, sap, rage spell, and that's already gonna be, yeah, that's already gonna be enough. So let's go with sap, let's go with rage, and let's go with the arrows to be able to take care of his left side tower. What a strange deck, what a strange matchup. Like, he started off so aggressive, worked out really well for him, and then afterwards we just, yeah, kept calm, kept patient, and it ended up working out really well for us because we did manage to make a really nice comeback. That's gonna be it for today's video, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please make sure to smack the like button. This deck is super strong if you guys want to try it out. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, feel free to subscribe, and hope to see you guys in one of my next videos. Take care, guys.